Hello YouTubers, and welcome to what's going to be a relatively short video. I'm going to add a point to my Google Nest Wi-Fi mesh system. So currently I have my main mesh unit, which is a combination modem router. I have a point connected to it today, and I'm going to go ahead and set up a point in a third location. I have almost 50 units or devices connected at any given time, and I have a basement, and that's where I'm going to put this next point, someplace that I'm beginning to put some items down there as well as outside in close proximity. So go ahead and watch me set up, and I'll give you a bit of a summary when I'm all done. So here is the package that came. I bought from Walmart.com. It was $95. I think the regular price is around $140. This just doesn't look right to me. It does say Google, and it is new according to Walmart.com, but I have never seen this kind of packaging from Google, but let's take a look at it. So this was sealed on both sides. So you open the box, and that's it. So here we go. So this is a point, and this will be taking care of security items downstairs, and also I have a work area that requires wireless internet. So I'm going to move this to the side. This is what's inside the box. Again, this is just, to me, it's kind of crazy. It's not anything like I would expect from Google. So that comes out. And this was just laying in here like that. So inside is the electrical plug, and it does look brand new. I mean, it looks like it's not been bothered at all. We'll leave that there. And there's the booklet. That's it. I mean, that is absolutely it. How to set up Google Nest Wi-Fi, what's included, which is truly correct, and there's the rest of the box. So just seems strange, because the original box that I bought for this system was really very modern and really well done. So let's go ahead and set it up. All right, here we go. Here is the point, and the instructions are, that's it. That's the entire instructions. Plug in your point. So let's go ahead and do that. It is plugged in. Set up your device, open the Google Home app, and follow the on-screen steps to finish setup. Tap plus to add your point. Well, so far so good. Let's set that aside. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and set this up. So let me get the app. So here is the app. I know there's a glare there. My apologies. Oh. Well, we got a noise from our point. So
Hi. To get started, use the Google Home app on a phone or tablet. The mic's off.
So I'm going to turn the mic on, which is right here.
The mic's back on.
Let's put that there. And I'll press the plus sign. I guess I want to set up a device. New device. I have two locations, so it asks me which one. It says it's looking for devices. Let's see if it finds it. And it did find, it says Google Nest Point. Let's see if that's it. There is no QR code on the bottom. So now it says look for an 8-digit setup code on the bottom of the point. So there is a setup code. I have to use the flashlight that's here that's literally impossible to see. So I'm going to try to use that. So I had to use my flashlight. I had to go to the bottom. I had to look down here for the setup code. There was no QR code, by the way. I clicked next. Let's see what happens. It says it's connecting to the point. Connected. Did you hear the sound? No. So I have to retry. All right, I am trying again, third time. Says it's connecting. Light is blue on the bottom, as you could see here. So let's cross our fingers. It says it's connected. Did you hear a sound? No, I didn't. I'm going to say yes. Says it's connecting. Says it's connected. Cloud services, got it. Creating mesh, adding to your Wi-Fi network. So I should have a total of 3. I should have my router and 2 points when this is done. So I did have trouble setting this up, and I'll explain in my summary a little bit more. And then it says it's been added. So let me see if I could show it here. In a moment, I'll test using the famous Hey Google. Just a sec. So it looks like I am all set. Again, it's going to give me all kinds of things to get. And it keeps one after the other. It says that the basement Wi-Fi is ready. So we're going to test it in a second. I don't want to set up another one. Let's test it. It does show 3 products now. So problem 2 was I did not hear a sound, if you remember. Anyway, it's testing my mesh system. The test is complete. And it shows my living room and the basement, and it shows the basement with a great connection. It was really simple to do. So just a couple of other things for you to know. In the back here, you have the microphone on off.
Mic's off. The mic's back on.
And on the top, you have here for play pause in the middle. And on one side, you have volume up and volume down. So very easy to do. I don't know if you can hear that. That's volume up and volume down. So that's really nice. And you could see here, it shows the volume at 30. So if I try to put it up, you see how easy it does that. And down. So you have volume up and volume down. So that's really all you need. I'm not advertising. I'm not going to play music, but I did want to say, so you could, this is YouTube music, this is mine. And so you see right here, and if I press that, what it says, it gives me options on which one of my points do I want to play on. So I already cast it to that, and so here's Spotify, and you can see it says connect to device, and there's basement Wi-Fi. So you could hear it there. I'm not going to play it, but it was as easy as that to cast, and then here we go. We're all done. It now shows my main, my router and point in the office. I have two other points, one in the basement, one in the living room, so I have it on all three floors. And you could see that it is all set up. It just took a few minutes, and I'll summarize shortly. Let me show you here on my Google Home app what I have. You can see I'm connected to the internet with that little green dot there. You could see that I have three Wi-Fi devices, and what that actually means is it's my Google Mesh system, so it's my modem router, and 2 points, a living room and a basement in addition to the office. I mentioned to you that I'm closing in on a number of devices, getting close to 50, and right now I have connected 42 devices, and you can see my speed is 161 down, megabytes down, and 54 up, which it says it's blazing fast. It's good, and so those are the kinds of things I'm able to do. And let me show you now. I'm going to tap on devices. So if I go over here to devices and I tap on it, what's going to happen is you're going to see here are all my devices. So as I mentioned, there's 42 currently connected, and there they are. I'll try to pick out a couple here. So here are two devices, living room Nest and unnamed device. Let me go first to the living room Nest. This happens to be right next to the point, my living room point. So let's see what that shows. So we'll open it up and I'll go to info. And here you could see that it in fact is connected properly to the living room Wi-Fi point. And as you could see, this one is a light bulb camera that's outside the basement door, and you could see it's properly connected to the basement Wi-Fi. So that's how it works, is it tries to pick and choose between what the best connection is at any given time. So these do change somewhat, but this is my home network. You could see all my devices there, and I do have a lot of them. Again, I could tap here and we could look at what the three devices are, and you could see I have the main one, which is the router upstairs in the office, and I have two others, which are my basement Wi-Fi and living room. And let's go ahead and test that one more time. And it's testing all three. As you could see, the connection speed between the three. And so you could do this. You could test your speed also from the internet, as I showed you before. And the test is complete for all three units, and it says we have a great connection and a great connection. So there we are. We're all done, and let me go ahead and summarize for you. Well, let me summarize very quickly for you. It was just simply expanding my mesh system from two devices to three. So I added a point, which I mentioned I purchased at Walmart for about $95. Appeared to be a fairly good sale. The packaging was really poor, to be quite honest with you, and blunt. There was nothing good about the packaging, but it was just a couple of things inside, so not a big deal. Setup was kind of sort of easy, but it wasn't. I did have difficulty in my connection to my Wi-Fi network. I couldn't find the QR code they kept talking about. It was almost impossible to read the number that they asked me to look at on the bottom of the device. Those are all kind of nits, and maybe somebody else would find it was much easier to do than I did. Once I figured out how to do it, the setup took a minute. I mean, there was literally no setup. I find that after a week or so, my devices inside the house, you saw there's about 42 at any given time. The devices were beginning to connect to whatever the closest point was and doing all the right things. So it looks great. The speed is really just fine. The use of it with Google Assistant is nice. So remember, you could use Google Assistant through the points, and I'm also able to cast music to it, which is really actually kind of nice also in different rooms. So I would say there's a lot of benefits to it. For the price I paid, I think it was worthwhile, and I think it was the right thing to do. And after using it for just a little while, I give it a thumbs up to go ahead and get.